Head women's basketball coach Gabby Lisella is entering her 15th year here at Rowan University and her 25th overall. She says it's the student athletes that makes each year unique, year in and year out.
I think every year you come in, you get a different blend of personalities, certainly a different skill set, different motivations, and trying to kind of put all those pieces together, find out what makes each group tick is the challenge every year.
Penn State alum Jo Crispin will join Lisella on the bench this year, and she says she can now focus more on her area of expertise and allow him to handle the offense.
I've really been able to focus in on our defensive tactics. Jo brings a lot of experience offensively, so I've kind of allowed him to take control of that. It's really allowed each of us to develop our areas of expertise, I would say, with input from someone else. You know, certainly when you have to be in charge of everything and you're not getting input, you know, I think that you don't really get evolution the way that you can. You know, that doesn't mean our prior assistants haven't had contributions, but certainly having Jo in here every day and being able to bounce things off of him during the day, whereas in the past, you know, our assistant coaches are teachers who are teaching in the classroom, running in, trying to get caught up and brought up to speed. So that certainly has enabled us to really refine things better than we have lately anyway.
The Profs finished 6-19 overall last year and 5-13 in the NJAC. Lisella believes that simplifying the positives from last season will help the squad this year.
You know, when you've been coaching a long time, you want to try different things. You want to do different things to keep yourself fresh. And you know, my own feeling is I think we got so spread out in different things that we were trying to do that I really looked at what made us successful when we were successful. And so we simplified things. You know, you want to take advantage of your athleticism and everything else, but I feel like we had so many offensive sets in that we were okay at them, but we weren't great at any one of them. So we just really pulled back, streamlined some things, really looked at those things that we could excel at, and we're really focusing on that this season.
Rowan has a good balance of student athletes this season. 2 seniors, 5 juniors, 4 sophomores, and 4 freshmen make up the roster. Lisella says that has made practices very competitive for players who want to prove themselves.
You really have kids right now competing for minutes, and that makes them tougher and stronger in practice. You know, practice is going to determine playing time, and you've got 10, 11, 12 kids that are legitimately competing for those minutes. They've got to show up every day. The scrimmage sessions are very well balanced and just highlight the competitiveness as you mentioned, and that's only going to make us stronger as we get into play.
Lisella talks about how this team won't have that star player, but they will be better because of it.
Game to game, I think different times, different players are going to step up. I think that makes us stronger. It almost takes the pressure off of your quote star, because I don't think we're really going to have that star. I think different people are going to step up at different points in the season. Also, different people are going to step back at different points, depending on our opponents and what their strengths are. So I think it's a great opportunity for our kids to really get after it, evolve their roles as the season changes.
At this point, Lisella says there is not a concrete starting 5.
You know, when I say that I feel like our lineups will evolve, I believe that. You know, we had a couple of bumps and bruises, so we've had some kids in and out of practices. So, you know, I'm not 100% set on that at this point. Over the next 2 days, we'll take the final looks at that. I will say, though, that, you know, our 7 or 8 top kids at this point will certainly be getting significant minutes, regardless of whether they're starters or not.
The Profs will play 8 of its first 11 games on the road, starting with the season opener November 15th at Immaculata University.